Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy. Now, this is gonna be a very specific message. I was literally packing my suitcase and I was like, there is a message, there is a download. Somebody out here needs to hear this. If you're watching this, then it's time for you to receive this message. And this is about someone out there. There is a group of people, there is a collective that I feel like this message is gonna resonate a lot with. There is something about reparenting yourself, right? By the way, I'm packing up and I'm getting ready to go to Tennessee, Nashville to see Dr. Joe Dispenza at his retreat. So I have a few hours left to go to the airport, and I'm like one of those last minute packers. So anyways, basically there is a lot of you out there that have been learning how to reparent yourself. There is something about your childhood that you probably are realizing right now. You're kind of like digging deep into the family dynamics that you grew up in. Okay, for some of you, maybe you grew up in a single parent household. Maybe you are a single parent by yourself and you're really reparenting yourself while you're also taking care of your children. This is a very specific message. Male or female, doesn't matter. I do strongly feel like here that you're learning how to forgive your parents. There is something about forgiveness. The people that give birth to you, the people that, were absent from your life, or even if they were present, but you didn't really feel like the connection with, your parents or your family members. This is a very, very specific message, right? And you could be coming from a family setting that maybe there was a divorce, maybe there were multiple divorces. And I feel like that, you try to really kind of keep it quiet. You try to keep your thoughts to yourself. You might have grown up witnessing like conflicts and fights and things going on in your family and not really understanding why certain things were happening. And there is a lot of suppressed emotions and feelings that have been coming up a lot, and you've been releasing, you've been purging deep down, whatever emotions have been stuck within yourself. So you've been transmitting those emotions. And I feel like that there is this sense of deep sense of realization that your parents did not know any better. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And I feel like that also for a lot of you, you're realizing that it's like, it wasn't just your parents, but also your great parents, the parents of your great parents. Like there is something generational that has been basically transferring from like one, so like from parents to their children and their children to their children. You get the point, right? And until it came to you, until it reached to you. So you are the cycle breaker, okay? You are becoming the alchemist and the cycle breaker of your family dynamic, that, the setting that you grew up in. So not only that, but also a lot of you have been awakened to the reality that, it's not like it was done on purpose, whatever was done to you by your parents, your family members. I feel like you're really starting to see from a totally different perspective. And I think that perspective is the divine's perspective. That perspective is from God, right? From the divine, from the source that, whoever raised you, these people, they were programmed. Their subconscious mind was operating at a certain level, and they were also treated the same way for the most part. Yeah, and it just kind of like came until to you, right? That's how you were treated. Possibly you grew up, maybe you were told, maybe you were silenced by some of your parents, maybe they were very strict with you and you didn't have a voice and your throat chakra was closed off, or maybe you were forced to pursue. Some of you, I feel like some of you were forced to pursue a specific career path that you did not necessarily want to. And that is something that was just because of the tradition of the family, because of like how your parents or what other people would think, what kind of a career path you should pursue. But I feel like you're being like the black sheep of the family. if I may use that term, it's like you'll be like the one that's like very rebellious, and you're very courageous. There is something very bold about you that I feel like you have been quite rebellious over the years, which is, you call it rebellious. Some people call it rebellious, but I call it like courage. I call it being authentic and staying true to yourself. So you have been really coming back home to yourself. I feel like you are someone that ever since you were growing up, you had big visions and big goals of doing massive things. And, just really, if you wanted, some of you wanted to be a singer, some of you wanted to be an artist, an actor, an actress, and maybe, I don't know, you were told just to be a doctor, I don't know, or lawyer, whatever it might be. Now you're realizing that you can be both and you can be everything. I think you're someone that you're really also unlocking this multi-dimensional version of yourself. You're becoming multi-dimensionally jacked. You are someone that you are starting to really master different skills even more. You have like this ability to master any kind of subject. You have this ability to learn things very quickly and to grasp like really difficult concepts at a very deep level, break it down and like just have an understanding and share it with your friends and people. And so there is a teacher within you. Some of you are mentors, teachers, life coaches, public speakers out there, advocates. Okay, you always move with agency and confidence and responsibility. I feel like you are really recognizing the gifts that are within you, and this is something that you really want to embark on. Now, the other message that I'm getting, like the initial message of this video, is about reparenting yourself. I think part of it has to do a lot with you maybe have been in certain relationships that really showed you how your parents were dealing with certain issues in their relationship. And maybe that was a pattern that was subconsciously programmed within your mind, and that's how you operated. But all of a sudden you woke up and you're like, this is not right. Right? It could be attachments, it could be certain expectations, whatever it might have been. I feel like you're really realizing that it is something that it was transferred from your parents to you, and you're changing that. Okay, that's why your next relationship is going to be extremely successful. Even the one that you're in separation with, I think for some of you, there could be that, you have mirrored a lot of things back to one another, to your person. You held up a mirror to your person, they held up a mirror to you, and both of you recognize and realize that, holy smokes, like we both actually grew up in a dysfunctional family, or there was not enough love, or there was a lack of affection or care or understanding. Okay, together, I should turn this on, I'm sorry. So, and the separation happened, but I feel like that's what you and this person are realizing during this separation, and that there is a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes. There is a lot of internal work. There is a lot of healing that's taking place. And this video is a confirmation for you that if you're watching this is the confirmation for you that you're actually on the right path. And even though you might be, single for quite some time, even though, you're saying like, I've been so much like by myself, like why is there no one out there? Or maybe just in general, like you're really wanting to make a certain type of a big shift in your life. Just know that all of these solitude that you have been spending with yourself, all this quietude and this meditation, and you just going on walks by yourself and really just being in this place of, enjoying your own company and really disentangling these complex subconscious beliefs, limiting beliefs that have been programmed to you ever since your childhood. That doesn't go unnoticed. That is something that is going to be setting you free completely, and it's preparing you for your next successful relationship. It's preparing you for you to also to be the business owner, how to handle finances, how to handle money, and also how to successfully operate in this world, right? Because remember, I always mention in my videos as well that like, we don't just deal with people, we also deal with their inner child. And that is something that really, when you look at it, that perspective, so any person you come across to, you really understand that, this person, if someone is being angry or if someone is being frustrated or mad, and they're having a hard time of really sitting down with you and discussing, it's just, like Eckhart Tolle says in his book, The Power of Now, like it's the pain in the body that's been stuck and is manifesting in that way, right? And we all have been there, like we all have done that, So it's just becoming aware, and awareness is key. And when you become aware, it's like you have done like half of the work. The other work is just like breathwork, meditation, transmutation, and start to reprogram your subconscious mind with new set of behaviors, with new set of thoughts, new set of beliefs and emotions. And you're going to be able to transmit and to change. So I do believe in you so much. And the reparenting that you've been doing within yourself, it is massive. It is literally going to create such an amazing ripple effect that is going to change generations coming after. Whether it is you parenting your children in the most correct way, in the most appropriate way, whether that's you just coming across with people and sharing this knowledge with them, or just dealing with people, that's gonna change. You're gonna become the change that you want to see around you. And I'm proud of you for doing that. And I just want to share this message because I believe that there is a lot of people out there that maybe you're a single parent, or maybe you're someone that you have such a big heart for children, right? In the last video, we talked about writing a children's book. I feel like you're someone that you really want to transfer this deep knowledge that you have been having within yourself through like children's book. Like you want to tell other children that you're never alone. Like don't be scared, don't be afraid to ask questions, to be bold, to make the choices that you truly believe, that you're meant to be doing, right? It's like bringing this sense of confidence and self-esteem in children, right? But there is something about inner child. I think you also have been you've been getting to know your inner child. This is gonna go deep. Okay, hold on. Oh. So you've been also getting to know your inner child, okay? Like you have been sitting down, going back in your memory and sitting with your little beautiful self. Some of you see yourself like probably you were playing in a room. I'm seeing here someone just like being in a corner, just playing in a room. You might have been also like using crayons and trying to draw something, and you heard your parents like fighting. And it's like you might have just tried to, I don't know, close your ears or try not to listen to it. And you went to bed with a lot of questions in your head and never finding answers to those questions. But I feel like you are finding those answers now. And the guilt, the resentment, the frustration, the, what you call that? There was no blame. You know what I mean? There is no blame. It's just all about understanding and awareness that you're setting your inner child free. You're setting your inner child free. You're basically giving your inner child the permission to play again. You're bringing that little child that used to be so playful, so free, so creative, so majestic. You're bringing that person out, and it's like, you're gonna start expressing that in many different ways. It doesn't matter what age you are in right now, or where you're watching this from, or your status. It does not matter. You are bringing that inner child up. And I know that this can be a very sensitive topic for many of you, and I'm sending you a big Armenian hug. I just feel like that you're doing, I just want to congratulate you. Listen, it may take years for people to do this, but I feel like you have been doing this in such a short amount of time. And, you are someone that you are very deeply spiritual and connected to the divine and to God. And I feel like that this is a journey that you have been embarking on for a very specific reason. And remember that even if your childhood was filled with a lot of difficulties, obstacles, challenges, big question marks, it is something that's going to be transmuted. And you are basically in this generation, in this day and age, becoming the one that's going to break that cycle. And it's like almost you're going to become the frontline warrior, and you don't want to let that happen to anyone else. You're allowing the gifts within you to really get unlocked, and you're putting yourself out there, and you're helping other people to heal. There is also something about you might have also thought about adoption, adopting children. You could be even wanting to adopt pets, right? You could be wanting to show your love and your care through just showing love and affection to animals, to human beings. There is something about you that's very caring, caressing, the Empress energy and the Emperor energy. You're becoming the parent that you never had, truly. You are learning what it truly means to be a father and a mother and a brother and a sister. And you're the whole package. The whole package. So I'm saying some sassy shit out there. And I'm so proud of you, whatever you are doing. I know this is a very specific message. Oh, I'm just so damn proud of you. And I just wanted to come down here to share this with you. Keep going, keep doing. You're a great parent. Okay, you could be a single parent, you ain't single. You both. You the mom and you the dad. Okay, you the main character. You the main character. So, this is what I had for you. My suitcase is literally half open. I just like left it out there. I was like, I gotta go down. I don't know why I'm coming into my car and doing these messages. But I don't know why I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to do it at home, but yeah, this is what I had. I'm literally heading to the airport. By the time you're gonna watch this, I'm gonna be at the airport, going to the retreat, and a lot of things will be way different when I come back also. Okay, I'm gonna bring a lot of power and energy and love towards you. So please keep that beautiful smile back up, and remember you are chosen. Everyone is chosen, and you have responded to the call already. You already have responded to the call. There is no going back. So I'm saying the only way is forward. So I want to say I'm proud of you, and that you are loved, you're chosen, you're seen, you're appreciated, and once again, you're becoming the person that you would want to attract. You are becoming the person, the soulmate you would really want to have in your life. I think that person already exists, definitely. If you exist, they exist too. That's my mantra. And it's like, you both are going to be such great couple and such great parents. Like, oh, it's just going to feel so good. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. And this is what I had. And I'm going to head out. I'll see you very soon. Keep that smile up. Bye.